Donald Trump's mental decline. Former President Donald Trump has been making waves by praising Hannibal Lecter, the fictional cannibal from The Silence of the Lambs. This unusual choice of subject matter has left many people confused and concerned, raising concerns about his mental state and judgment. The choice of Hannibal Lecter, a character known for his violent and cannibalistic tendencies, seems at odds with typical political messaging. But really, praising a fictional serial killer? This bizarre situation has led to widespread speculation about Trump's motives and state of mind. Some wonder if he's confusing asylum seekers with asylum inmates, or if he genuinely believes Lecter is a real person. The seriousness with which Trump discusses Lecter adds another layer of complexity to the situation. It doesn't appear to be a light-hearted reference, leaving many to ponder about the underlying reasons for this fixation. Political analysts and mental health professionals have begun to question whether this behavior indicates a deeper issue. Some see it as a sign of cognitive decline or a desperate attempt to maintain relevance and control. Regardless of the reasons behind it, Trump's repeated references to Hannibal Lecter have certainly captured public attention. Donald Trump is a shadow of a man, lost in his mind, clinging to Hannibal Lecter like a lifeline. The thrill of power, the taste of fear, he admires Lecter's cunning, his control. But beneath the bravado, there's a void, a decay, a desperate grasp for something he can't quite grasp. That is not all. Trump has discussed his harrowing helicopter ride and emergency landing. However, Willie Brown flatly denied ever being on a helicopter with Trump. Despite Willie Brown's denial, Trump insisted that he was on the helicopter ride and even claimed to have records to prove it, though he hasn't produced any. Then there is Trump's bizarre shark and electrocution rant. Is Trump losing it? The former president says he'd rather be electrocuted than face a shark. He's mentioned it numerous times, leaving people scratching their heads every time. His vivid descriptions of these hypothetical scenarios are delivered with a strange seriousness that makes you wonder, is he for real? Trump's fear of sharks is part of a larger pattern of strange and often incoherent statements. Remember when he said the sound of a windmill causes cancer? Or he suggested injecting disinfectants to combat COVID. These kinds of statements have become synonymous with his public persona. Critics argue these bizarre pronouncements indicate a more profound disconnect between facts and logic. This unusual situation serves as a stark reminder of the importance of critical thinking when evaluating political figures and their messages. As this story continues to unfold, it prompts us to consider the state of political discourse and the potential consequences of the cognitive decline of a former president. It's astonishing, really, how we've reached a point where someone like Donald Trump can even be considered a viable presidential candidate. Let's be honest, his cognitive decline is glaringly obvious. The way he struggles to articulate thoughts, the frequent rambling, the disjointed sentences that seem to tumble out without any coherent structure. It's not just a matter of age, it's a fundamental issue of mental acuity. Shouldn't we expect clarity, intelligence, and the ability to engage with complex issues? Instead, we're faced with a man who often seems lost in his own rhetoric, grasping at straws, relying on catchphrases and empty promises. This isn't just about politics, it's about the future of our nation. We deserve a leader who can think critically, not someone who's clearly in decline. This ends the warning about Trump.